Streaming live? Are we? And I believe we're streaming live?
Hey.
I think so. Yes, we are. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another episode of HW's podcast. I'm your host, HW, and I'm with, you know.
Hi.
How you doing, TR?
I'm making moves right now. I'm trying to figure out stuff. Things are gonna get interesting.
Making moves?
Yeah. I'm sure I'll talk about it later. Actually, well, I don't care. I'm not gonna talk about it. It'll be down the line.
Okay.
Down the line.
Okay. Alright, well, we have a lot of stuff to talk about,
Mm-hmm.
don't we? Well, first off, we haven't even talked about what we missed. I don't even know what we missed.
This is gonna be a time where I just freak out and remember all the stuff that we didn't talk about.
Well, we're gonna have to start with Roblox.
Jesus.
Do we have to talk about this?
No, we really don't.
Let's just say it's probably the worst pay-per-view of 2017 or 16.
It was. It really was.
I believe it is. Start with.
There was at least something that could really save that entire show for every single show in 2016, in my opinion. Other than that one.
Well, that one was just like the opening match was good, and then the rest was just whatever.
Definitely don't remember what the opening. Oh yeah, was it Sheamus and Cesaro versus New Day?
Yeah, that was a good match.
Yeah,
the rest was either just like okay or just freaking whatever. That crowd, fuck Pittsburgh. They have a terrible crowd always. That's all I gotta say. I think that's all we missed for WWE.
I think so.
But of course we gotta talk about what happened January 4th.
Yes.
6 stars. God. 6 stars.
Oh my goodness. You know, the funny thing about that is I was literally talking to people like, are you ready for the first 7-star match of all time? I was saying this repeatedly, and it actually becomes a 6-star match. That's my favorite thing in the world.
You're close. You just went off. So is everyone else.
Exactly. That was the best thing I've ever seen.
Man. First off, I watched this whole show live. So
yeah, I did too.
But I watched it with me and my friend. We watched it live, and he's not like normally. He doesn't like New. It's not like he doesn't like New Japan. He just never watches it, so he had like no idea what most of the people were.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember I was texting him. I was at work. I was on my break. I'm like, dude, fucking Wrestle Kingdom's tonight. I'll probably not watch it live, but I'll watch it in the morning tomorrow. And he was like, yo, let me come over and watch it. And I'm like, no, I'm on like 3 hours. I'm on like 4 hours of sleep. I need some sleep right now. And he's like, no, I'm coming over. And I was like, oh my fucking God, this is terrible.
And this is at start time of 4 a.m. I think for you, right?
No, it started at 2, I think.
I thought
it ended at
like 3 for me.
Well, yeah, it started at 2 for me, and then it ended at like 7 o'clock or 6:30ish. Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
But hey, I'm happy I stayed up for it because that's one of the best shows I've seen live.
Exactly, and to be fair, I will say this: I think that the matches before about the final 4 matches were just like kind of okay.
Oh yeah, I was like thinking to myself, like, man, I really shouldn't have stayed up for this. But then, man, once that Kushida and he's not Kamatachi anymore. I forget the guy's name. I just call him Kamatachi because I never fucking remember. I don't get it. He makes a name for himself with Kamatachi, and yet he goes back to his old name.
It's like Hiromu Takahashi or something like that.
Something like that. I don't know, but I never remember it. But I mean, that match was fantastic, and then frickin' it just got better from there.
Kushida tried to kill himself apparently with this stuff. That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone in the final 4 matches did that, to be honest.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like nobody's talking about like the 3 matches besides the main event. So it's like they could have done really nothing. And like for example, the Young Bucks, normally they do some crazy ass shit, but they really didn't do much because they knew Kenny Omega was just gonna fucking kill himself.
Yes, that's basically what happened the entire show.
Although Trent Beretta fucking killed himself, I don't know why he did that.
Oh my gosh!
You could tell, like, after the match, he was, like, just holding his back. I don't know if he was selling, but either or, it's like, he's like, that was just, he knew, he was like, fuck, that was a terrible idea.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Wrestle Kingdom was awesome. Yeah, and what'd you think of the main event? I think that's what everyone wants to know.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that too. Like, a lot of people are saying this is one of the best matches, if not the best match of all time. And obviously, I guess Meltzer saw it that way. But I don't know. I haven't really gone back a lot to see it. I think I saw it a second time, and that's it.
I've watched it 4 times now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me tell you why. Hold on. I watched it live, and then I watched it maybe a day or two after. I think, yeah, the next day after, I watched it with Japanese commentary, and I wasn't on, like, I wasn't up all night, all tired as shit, so I got a fresh take on it. And then I watched it a third time on Access with Jim Ross doing commentary on it.
Yeah, that's true. So I guess I did watch it 3 times actually.
and then I did it a 4th time because I did highlights of it, which got me a strike. So fuck New Japan doing highlights for them. They will give you strikes.
I'm already triggered about that. My Royal Rumble video is not up because I took 2 hits already, instantly. So
damn.
Yeah.
That's not good. But yeah, I think it's a 5-star match. I don't know if I go 6. But it's one of my favorite matches I've seen in like the past 5 years.
Yeah, when you hear Meltzer break it down as he did, it really does justify the 6 stars, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. I know one of my more critical friends is like, it was really slow in the beginning, and I was completely fine with that because it built up that pace. Mm-hmm. It was all a building to the boil point.
But a lot of people, that's why a lot of people didn't give it like the 5 stars or the 6 stars because it wasn't. It had a slow build, and it's like it has to. They were going 46 minutes.
Yes.
And I don't know if you listened to the Kenny Omega interview on the Observer that he did. He actually did a recent one too, which we'll talk about that in a second. But he did one last week, and he did one just this past week. But last week, the one he did, he talked about that match, and he was like, I have to go 40 minutes if this match has to go good. I have to go 40 minutes, and I think it justified it. But man, just what a match! I think everyone thought Kenny Omega was going to win, but I'm completely fine with Okada winning. And a lot of people give Kenny Omega oh, Kenny Omega was so great. It's like, well, this Okada guy's pretty fucking amazing too.
Yes.
He's pretty great himself.
Definitely. And that's also one of the things that Meltzer was talking about, too, is the fact that he wanted Omega to win as well, but the fact that he lost and the way that he lost was such a heroic way of losing. And there's so many people behind him now.
And he never hit the winged angel. Mm-hmm. So now we'll talk about it, but I assume he's probably going to win the title this year with the winged angel, so.
Definitely. I also agree with what he said as well, because he was talking about the whole U.S. tour with the G1 Climax. There's a couple days special in Los Angeles. And if you're going in there to U.S., it would be the perfect time to put the title on Okada, especially if you do it, or Omega, especially if you do it at something like Dominion.
Well, I was going to say they're going to do it in June in Dominion for Kenny Omega. But, yeah, so, but there was a lot of rumor and speculation. His contract I guess, it ended early. It was supposed to be out January 31st, but I guess he got it to end early or whatever. So there was a lot of speculation about him going to WWE. I mean, John Cena posted 5 pictures of him on Instagram.
This is always what he does.
He always does that before, they get a new guy to come in. He did it with AJ Styles. January. So, I guess he got it to... But
I know.
But I mean, so a lot of people thought he was going to come, but he announced on the Observer that he's at least renegotiating a contract with New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, the way that it was kind of going on, I really knew that this wasn't going to happen. And one of the most striking things was seeing Carl Anderson go crazy on everyone in response to this whole thing. And it was like, you guys literally made up a rumor about this, and it was just, I didn't think for a second that he was actually going to be on there on
No.
the Rumble on Sunday.
Well, the only reason why people made up a rumor was because they thought that he was going to come because his contract was over.
Yeah. Response to this whole thing.
But
And
yeah,
at the time, it was like you said, it was going on like over the Rumble, so it wasn't going to happen. He wasn't going to break that.
well,
And I still
yeah,
see him kind of as like Okada as well, where they're trying to build up New Japan as great as it can be, and they've done a great job already so far.
yeah. I don't know. Obviously, I like it. I think he said that he's only going to do another 1 year deal, as because the Young Bucks their deal ends next year too, and they kind of I guess want to stick together as the Elite. So yeah, we'll see. I think I'm glad that he stayed. I predicted that he was going to stay because if he stays, then next like in a year or two when he's a free agent again, so next year his stock will be even higher because he'll even have even more great matches. And I assume he's going to have another match with Okada, which should just be, you know, it
It's gonna be really hard to top this one.
yeah, but it should be great. So yeah, I'm trying to think of what else happened that we can talk about. I don't know. Oh, the UK tournament. Yes.
Oh yeah,
What'd you think of it?
first day was not really that impressive for me.
Well, I didn't expect that too because it's like the first round of the CWC. It's like you have a couple good matches, but the rest are like matches that you have to get over the guys, in the tournament. So.
That's true, and that even kind of went the route with Zack Sabre Jr. when that was happening in that
Yeah.
first round. So I kind of get that because I knew some people going into the UK tournament, but I really wasn't digging that first night. But that second night was great.
Mm-hmm.
Second night was really good. I really enjoyed that. I'm really impressed by Tyler Bate. Of course, he's the champion now. That was really fun to watch. Really, really happy with what they did with Pete Dunne. That was really great because I had just ran into him, not like literally, obviously, but I just kind of found out about him and kind of got behind him really recently before that tournament. So that was a real treat to watch.
Yeah. Pete Dunne. That guy's a fucking god. First off,
Hmm?
Pete Dunne, he's amazing, but I found out that he was a part of the MV Zone, my website.
I didn't know that. Wow.
He was actually an editor. He went under the name Tiger Kid was his name, but he actually edited music videos back in the day. So
How about that?
yeah, and now he's part of the WWE. So there you go. But
striking.
yeah, but he was fucking great. Pete Dunne was great. I never even knew of Tyler Bate before this tournament. Honestly, I don't keep up with like British wrestling unless they come over to like the America. Besides, like I keep up with Rev Pro.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. Which I guess we could talk. I don't know if you watch Rev Pro, but
Time to time.
yeah, they just had a show with Shibata versus Matt Riddle, and that match was pretty fucking great. But
I feel
anyway,
like I should watch that.
yeah. But anyways, so yeah, so like I keep up with Rev Pro, but I don't know much about British wrestling. And Tyler Bate is like one of my new favorite wrestlers now. He's only 19. He's my
Exactly.
age. He's my age. Like I'm such a disappointment. I'm sorry, Mom. Jesus, like I'm a disappointment. But yeah, Tyler Bate's fantastic. And Pete Dunne's a fantastic heel. What the story that they were playing with Pete Dunne, and, Regal and H, it was great. And then who else? Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
He's great as always. And their match, with Pete Dunne. I thought it's not their best match they've had together, but still, I mean, fucking, it's the second best match in the whole tournament. I mean, these guys are great. And then who else? Who else was? Wolfgang. He impressed me a bit.
I didn't know he was. I think he was the ICW champion over there.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
I didn't even know who he was.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
And Trent Seven is I guess he was a big favorite, but I had no idea who he was either. So
Yeah, I think these guys really dabbled in Progress. Pete Dunne himself is, I think, a dual champion right now in Progress.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
Trent Seven, another one in Progress too.
Yeah. Well, did you hear about the or Progress and ICW have like a deal with the network?
Supposedly. I'm interested in seeing where that goes.
I hope so because that means a lot more footage for me.
That means a lot of footage for Progress in general. Because Progress already has like a really, really, really great setup in terms of cinematography. Like, I mean, really good.
And yeah, so that was the UK tournament. The belt looks cool though. I'll say that.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, here's one thing I wanted to know. I don't know if you're really into him now that we're talking about the whole British scene, but what did you think of Neville going over Tommy End?
Oh yeah. Well, I know Tommy N from PWG, so that's how I know Tommy N. And I really liked. I guess he's going by a different name now in NXT.
That's what I heard, but he showed up as Tommy End there. Then again, they can still change it up.
Yeah, well, they probably went with Tommy N because he hasn't debuted on NXT yet, and yeah, he hasn't debuted on NXT yet. And what was it? And I mean, people know him as Tommy End in the UK, but like on Twitter, he has a new handle. And people say he's debuting on house shows as a different name. I forget the fucking name though. Same thing with the Big Damo guy.
Yeah.
They both have different names now. And so is another person that we'll talk about here probably soon. That just came back to WWE.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Gosh darn.
But I'm fine with Neville. I mean, Neville's gonna fucking win the Cruiserweight Championship most likely. I guess that spoils my pick. But I mean, he's basically the new face of the Cruiserweight division, and he's probably gonna be champion soon. So like, that's why I assume he won. And I mean, Neville's a freaking, he's on the main roster, and Tommy End hasn't even debuted on NXT yet. So
yeah,
that's that. So yeah, I guess we'll talk about what I was just about to talk about. Chris Hero comes back but he has a new name as Cassius. Oh no.
Spoilers.
Well, it's not his new name, but well, hey, listen, it's not a spoiler when WWE posts it all over their freaking social media.
Dude, I hate it so much when they do that. I really do.
I mean, I know Triple H wants to like jerk himself off, but like, come on, dude, like just.
And that's coming from a guy who doesn't even watch NXT regularly anymore.
Well, was he even on NXT this week? Does anyone know?
I mean, they gotta get ready for Takeover San Antonio for Saturday.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Also, I forgot to mention with Wrestle Kingdom, Adam Cole won the ROH title for a fourth time. We forgot to mention. Oh, excuse me, third time, fourth, not fourth, third. I meant to say third.
It makes sense, and I'm completely fine with it because I think he really is one of the best ROH champions that they've had.
And also, Kyle O'Reilly didn't re-sign with the ROH.
That's why it makes sense too. That's the crazy thing.
And possibly you might see him Saturday, tomorrow?
I don't know.
I mean, where else would he go? TNA!
I don't think he's going to be like... There's the whole contractual thing, right? Where they can't really show up on TV or anything like that for a certain amount of time.
Well, his contract...
It's only been like... What?
Isn't the contract over already?
I don't know. I feel like it was something after the contract, too. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, gosh darn it. I don't know.
I think that would, like, defy the independent contract thing that they have going.
True.
So, anyways, I don't know what else to talk about before we get into... Oh, but what do you think about Cassius Ohno coming to...
I'm excited. I'm excited. He came out, he was looking down Nakamura, which clearly to me makes me think that Nakamura's not losing the title on Saturday, by the way. But I'm excited. I would love to see Hero or Ohno versus Nakamura. I'd love to see Ohno in the main roster as well, but I don't know how it's going to be taken after NXT. That's the only thing I worry about. I mean, I kind of routinely worry about that for everyone, but still.
I mean, I've been saying this for a while that if Chris Hero, I was pretty much all last year I've been saying this, if Chris Hero came in like a couple years later and became like now, if he came in into NXT and he would be the freaking star of NXT, he'd basically be in the Finn Balor role. But I mean, timing is everything, and then timing didn't work. So now he's coming in, and I think that's what he's going to be. He's definitely going to be pushed high.
We'll see. We shall definitely see. That's going to be a freaking barn burner if that happens.
Yeah, I don't know what else to talk about before.
That's also, I guess, where that leads to my whole big move thing because I really want to make a move for SummerSlam.
Oh, gee. Well, hold on. Oh, are you trying to go to SummerSlam?
Yeah, so that's also what I'm kind of calling right now is that Nakamura and Hero might happen there.
That'd be cool.
I could see that.
Well, we also forgot to mention that WrestleMania 33, no, 34, excuse me, is going to New Orleans on a 4-year turnaround. The fastest, I think, for WrestleMania. Possibly?
I heard. Yeah. Oh, well, no, because there's been times where they've like gone it.
I can't remember
Done
what.
it, like,
I don't remember which city though. That's the thing. Maybe
I think.
Anaheim. I know
Yeah,
they did
Anaheim's done it.
16, and then I forgot the year that. I know they were there like a couple years before too. So
I know they did it at like the Trump place twice in a
Hey,
row as well.
either way, this is a fast fucking turnaround, especially now
Yeah.
when you have like once in a lifetime times for your town to get WrestleMania. So
And I think the justification for it, well, as I was explaining to another podcaster, was like it's the city's anniversary or something like that. So
It's
they
like-
really wanted to have
yeah,
Mania in there.
it's like 300th year anniversary of the city or something
Yeah.
like that. So they also offered the biggest bid, pretty much. That's what it was. What really sucked was when Meltzer said that like another big city in the running was St. Louis, and that's literally like a 3-hour drive from my house.
Where would it be though in St. Louis? That's the only thing.
That's what I'm wondering. But I know, well, they would probably do in the Rams' old stadium, but that's a really bad stadium.
Yeah.
That's a bad stadium. So maybe Busch Field, have it in St. Louis Cardinal Stadium outside.
I'm looking at it like when you're comparing it to all these really high tech,
No, yeah,
crazy stadiums.
I get what you're saying though, but I mean, like, come on, that's like 3 hours away. Like, why couldn't it have been that? I mean, Dallas was probably the closest I could have gotten, but I was fucking broke, so
I'm sure they'll go there again. I'm sure they will.
probably that won't surprise me. But no, yeah,
Like the one for 33 right now is like brand new renovations, all
well, yeah, because
up the gear too. So
if you remember, they did it at WrestleMania 24.
Mhm.
And like it was like a horseshoe stadium. The whole back of it was open. Now they completely closed it off, and that stadium was terrible. They didn't even have lights. They had to create their own lights. Now they've completely renovated that place.
Thank goodness.
But I do want them to go to Miami again for their new, because they kind of renovated the new stadium and it has like this cool top.
Yeah,
Have you seen the
that's true.
Have you seen the outsides of it? Like aerial shots of that place would be freaking dope. But yeah, New Orleans. Everyone who said that went there said it was like fucking. I mean, New Orleans is a party city, so
Exactly, that too.
it works for WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. So that'll work out in the end.
Yeah. So let's just I don't have anything else to talk about. So let's talk about Takeover.
Gosh darn it. See, this is where we're going to talk about all the stuff before TakeOver, and we're going to take another hour to talk about this too.
Probably.
Kurt Angle going to the Hall of Fame.
Fuck, we forgot about that, didn't we? Well, I was thinking of maybe mentioning him in the Royal Rumble, but anyways, Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle. Hey, listen, I didn't expect it. I think everyone thought that he was going to do the 2K thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, 2K was going to reach out. Pretty much, everyone thought that it was going to be the opposite of how they did it, but they reached out to him first. Which, hey, I mean, Kurt's been wanting to go to WWE forever now, so like, it's great. He was going to do the 2K thing.
Insanely.
But yeah, I mean, he deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
He's awesome.
Really excited to see him again. Really excited to see the speech. I'm really excited to see who inducts him as well.
Yeah. I don't know who.
Mm-hmm.
He's awesome. But we'll find out.
I don't know.
Maybe Sean?
Would be nice.
I don't know who.
He's trying to vouch for Austin, which would also be nice, but we'll see.
Yeah, Austin. That'd be cool. I think Austin should. But, okay, do we have anything else to talk about before we get in?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, NXT TakeOver San Antonio. Probably, at least on paper, the weakest TakeOver going in.
I was thinking that too.
I'm still looking forward to it. But, like, on paper, and I'm pretty sure all these matches will probably be great, but on paper, this is kind of weaky.
It's pretty tricky, but we'll see.
So we'll start off with Ty Dillinger versus Eric Young.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think's going to win this one?
I think it's Eric Young. I don't think you really need to have anything done with Ty Dillinger right now. You're trying to push this. I heard that you're trying to push this whole storyline of he's not succeeding. So, I mean, that's just tailor-made for a face that's on the way out.
Yeah. And hey, you know what? One thing I don't like about NXT now, I know you haven't watched it, but like every week there's like 6 sanity entrances. Like this this heel faction is like something straight out of TNA. My God.
I mean, it's led by Eric Young.
I mean, I know, but like it's like the whole idea of it. It's just like TNA, TNA, TNA. Like I don't know. But Roderick Strong versus Andre Cien Almas. This match should be great. It should be on paper.
It should be.
These two guys. I mean, I think Andre Cien Almas has finally kind of gotten, you know, his. He's finally gotten like. I feel like he's finally comfortable with this role now because, you know, he came up and he was like, why am I working like these house shows in front of less people than I would in Mexico? I mean, he was a star in Mexico.
Yeah.
But now he comes up and he's being told to do less, you know. So, I mean, and I feel like now as a heel, he's finally kind of gotten comfortable in that role, and I think he's been doing well so far. And Roderick Strong's a fucking beast, but I think Roderick Strong wins. I don't know, but I think they might go Almas because I want to push him as a heel.
That's what I was going to say, too. The only thing that I would really be interested in is him being pushed really well. I think he should win here. I wouldn't be shocked if he went for a title shot after this, too. It wouldn't shock me.
Interesting. I don't know. I mean, I love Roderick Strong. I've said this, but ever since he came to NXT, I've completely forgot that he was a part of NXT.
Yeah, a lot of people are getting lost in the shuffle. There's so many gosh darn people in NXT.
Bring them fucking up. We'll talk about that later for the
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, like I don't know. I really hope that I don't know. I think Almas wins, but a part of my heart says Roderick Strong. That's my heart. But I don't know. I think they want to push Almas as a heel, but yeah. Then we have the tag team championships. DIY versus Authors of Pain, which I'm really concerned that this will be a bad match. I mean, listen, DIY is awesome. They're fucking fantastic. But Authors of Pain, like, I think I've seen them have one good match. And
yeah.
Although, I do want to talk about this. Have you heard the guy, what's the guy's name from TM61 that got injured?
Yeah, that was a shame.
9 months he's out. Fuck.
Shane, yeah.
Terrible timing.
It hurts. Anytime a tag team like that, specifically in NXT for sure, is just the worst thing to be doing.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Yeah, it's a shame. But yeah, I mean, if anybody that they could have a great match, which it's Gargano and Ciampa, but I just haven't seen them had a good match.
I don't know.
But DIY wins? Question mark?
I have it the opposite way.
Oh boy.
I got Authors of Pain winning that one because I just don't see them winning or halting that entire streak. It would be fine because they've looked so unstoppable in the past, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either. I mean, like, I love DIYs, and I have one of their shirts, so that's probably why I'm really catering towards them. Although, I mean, like, you know, Authors of Pain, I'm willing to give them a chance.
Yeah.
But there's this is nothing that's impressed me so far, so. Yeah. Then we have a fatal four-way for the women's championship. Asuka versus Nikki Cross versus Billie Kay versus Peyton Royce for the NXT women's championship. I guess they really are pushing off this Asuka Ember Moon match, aren't they?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's exactly what this match is for.
I guess they want that to have to be the big match in Orlando.
And probably Mania weekend, more than likely. Which I'm really excited for.
That's why I said Orlando.
I might be excited for that match more than anything else, that entire show. I was going to say weekend, but then I thought about Mania card, and I was like...
Yeah, it's like, you better watch your fucking mouth. Asuka's winning. There's no question about it.
Yeah.
I mean, this could be a way to have Asuka lose the title and not get pinned, but I don't see who you would put the title on in this match. I
don't know. I really don't know.
That's why I have Asuka winning.
I'm hearing good things about this whole Peyton Royce combination with Billy Kay. I heard good things about it.
I don't know. I haven't really watched NXT, to be honest with you. I mean, I try to watch it, but then I just kind of stop. I'll be honest. NXT, I love their takeover events, but their week-to-week programming, yeah.
Supposedly Triple H said the same thing not too long ago.
Wow, he really loves promoting his product.
Not too long ago, I mean like within the past 24 hours.
Really? He said this?
I think he said it on a conference call.
Yeah, so week-to-week programming is terrible. Well, after takeover events, that's all you care about.
I don't know. But I mean, I'm sure it'll be an interesting match. It'll really put Asuka in a position where she's got her back against the wall, for sure. But I don't see her losing.
Is she ever going to leave NXT?
She has to. She really has to. I'm interested in seeing where this leads into the whole women's tournament.
How old is
whenever
she?
We have that. That's the question.
Whenever that will fucking happen. Asuka age. 35. Like, she's not getting any younger.
Mm-hmm.
She looks good for 35.
I mean, I really think that Ember Moon's probably going to take the title off her Mania weekend, if not Brooklyn.
How long is Ember Moon age?
I don't think she's that old.
28.
Yeah.
Liv Morgan is 22.
That sounds great.
They pulled up a different Liv Morgan. Well, gotta delete my internet history. Anyways, then we go to our main event, which is probably, hopefully, the best match of the show. We got Bobby Roode versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And I think, I don't know if they're going to take the title off Nakamura just yet. But he's losing either this show or Orlando.
I don't see him losing. I don't see him losing here.
It surprised me because, well, before Chris Hero came back, I thought for sure that Bobby Roode was either taking the title off him here or this year. I can't fucking speak, Orlando. I thought it was for sure Bobby Roode, but since Chris Hero came back and he already got pretty much stared down Nakamura. I don't know if Bobby Roode's taking the title off him. Although these dueling entrances are going to be fucking amazing. These entrances are going to be amazing.
The second that promo finishes, the charisma is going to be through the roof until the second bell completely finishes this match.
I mean, Nakamura is great when he's not on the house show, and Bobby Roode is great as well. So this should be a good match. We'll see. Bobby Roode hasn't really impressed me since he got, at least in ring wise, he hasn't had like a really great match since he came to NXT. And Nakamura's had won his first night he was here. So yeah, but I think this should be a good match. But I think Nakamura retains.
Same. I'll be right back.
Be right back.
Yeah, I've been alarmed. Hold on a second.
I have to entertain the audience. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Okay, hold on. We're gonna play some music. Maybe, possibly. I don't know. I'm looking through my. So I guess I have to entertain you guys while TR is gone. I can't have a conversation right now. Let's see how the audio's doing. We're gonna play some music. Maybe. Oh my god. I don't know. I'm looking through my. Which we'll talk about that in third time. Fourth. So NXT now. I know you haven't watched it, but like every week that he said this. Jesus Christ, the audio's terrible. Which we'll talk about that in Excuse me, third time. You haven't watched it. What the fuck is going on? Christ, the audio is terrible. Which we'll talk. Well, that's not good. Huh. So how about I pause this real quick, and then we'll be right back. How does that sound? Bad? We'll be right back. I guess we're live again. Maybe that fix it? I guess we're live again. Hopefully that fixes it. I don't know. I'll close all my browsers. That works. So hopefully that fixes the audio issues. I don't know how long that was bad for the audio, but we're back. It says stream's healthy. I guess it has a green. I assume that means it's good. So I hope that fixes my audio issues. Let me find my phone. So, yeah, so we just got done with Takeover, talking about Takeover here. So we'll talk about Rumble in a second. I know we're both pretty excited for Rumble. But I can't find my fucking phone. It's my pocket, isn't it? Yeah, that's fucking embarrassing. Oh boy. We're live on fucking television on the internet.
The internet's correct.
TR is back.
I'm eating as well, so we're gonna go back and forth.
Jesus Christ, this is really professional.
We've never been the most professional people in the world. Come on now.
This is true. This is very true. So we just got done talking about Takeover, I think. And I guess we'll talk about the Rumble.
Yes, please.
Who else is incredibly excited for this? Am I the only one excited for this?
It's going to be a pretty boring show, clearly.
Clearly. I mean, a lot of boring matches.
I have no clue what this show is. I'm pretty sure it's going to be worse than Roadblock, actually, to be honest.
I swear to God. Listen, the last two shows that I got really excited for were WrestleMania and SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
And man, was I disappointed.
In both, yep.
And they were both 4-hour shows.
Mm-hmm.
So I swear to God, if this is fucking bad, I'm going to be incredibly pissed off. Because I'm really fucking excited for the Royal Rumble. Okay? I don't think people understand. I am fucking excited. I have had a pretty decent week just so this weekend I could go fucking apeshit over the Royal Rumble because I'm so fucking excited over it.
That's a good plan.
Fuck! I'm excited. Now, I guess we should start with the kickoff shows.
Sure.
They have Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax.
Yep.
Who wins?
I have no clue, actually. I have absolutely no clue.
Guess who gives a shit? Oh, wait, that's what I thought. No one.
Hey, man, I love Sasha, okay? Matter of fact, I'm going with her to win this, too. But I don't think I should, because I feel like Nia Jax is going to be involved in this whole feud for a while now. That's the only thing that I'm worried about.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. I don't care. But I'm going to pick Sasha Banks.
Sure, okay, gosh darn it.
So there's 3 kickoff matches.
Yeah, so let's do the math here. There's 3 kickoff matches in 2 hours, right?
Uh-huh.
There's 5 matches on the main card for 4 hours. And I know that the Royal Rumble is going to take like an hour and a half probably, but this is going to be really interesting how they space this out. I'm not sure how they're going to do it.
Does the 5 count for the Royal Rumble or no?
What do you mean there's a 5 count for the Royal Rumble?
Does the 5 count, like, is those 5 matches including the Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
So that means AJ and Cena are going an hour.
Dumb long.
They're going. I mean, I could see it. I could see Cena going. You know what? I want to go 40 fucking minutes with AJ Styles.
That's what all of those photos of Omega were alluding to.
Exactly.
We're gonna go 40 minutes.
You know what? Omega and Kai went 46. We're going 47.
Gosh darn right.
I knew it. Like I mean, I could see Cena doing that because Cena just fucking wants to have the best match of fucking the lifetime with AJ Styles. And hey,
I'm sure
listen,
they've heard about all the stuff that happened at not Money in the Bank, but SummerSlam as well. It was like, wow, that was the greatest match of the year. Like, oh my gosh, can they top it again? They're gonna have to.
hey, listen, I'm completely down with that because that's the most excited thing I am for like this year.
Right.
We'll talk about that in a minute, but man, so yeah, 2 hours for the kickoff show. And then I didn't realize. I thought they had maybe more matches for the main show. We'll see. Like the Rumble normally goes an hour, hour 10.
Exactly.
Maybe
and they don't
they.
have to go the full 4 hours either.
Yeah, they didn't do that for Survivor Series. They cut that off 30 minutes.
Exactly.
And they don't have anything to do with the tag team champions for SmackDown.
Yeah.
They could do. Maybe they could add something like that the last minute. They could do American Alpha versus the Usos. Possibly added on or something. I don't know. I thought the 6-man, or excuse me, 6-woman tag match was on the main show, but I guess not. So
I think they moved it actually. I think they did.
Well, it says it's on the kickoff on their website.
Yeah. Because I thought they did move it, but I don't know.
See, I was under the impression that it was on the main show, but I guess not.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess Sasha Banks is winning. Then we have the 6-woman tag match. We have Naomi, Nikki Bella, Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss, Natalya, and Mickie James. First off, we also forgot to mention this is going to be a really interesting Rumble. Like the way they have the stage set up, because there's going to be like 40, 50,000 plus people in there. At least 40.
Yeah. That's true, yeah.
The stadium holds 60,000, but which TNA used to their full effect by having 8,000 people for lockdown 2014. Like when they told, I didn't even know that was in the Alamo Dome, and when they told me that it was in the Alamo Dome, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? They just used why even rent out that building?
They could have just used some convention center or something like that.
They could have gone to they could have gone to the center that they're doing Takeover to San Antonio.
They're trying to, I'm sure, have that historic feel, I guess, because the Alamo Dome is so crazy.
Yeah, but
congratulations, you played yourself.
But they spent way more money, so much more money that they didn't even need to do it. They spent way more money than they did if they just went to the like I said, I don't know. And
pretty sure Dixie Carter isn't the most fundamental person when it comes to money.
No. No. Thank God she's gone. Anyways, but yeah, but it's gonna be interesting to see how they do the stage, because they're gonna have to do a bigger stage most likely, unless they say fuck it and they just have the Raw stage on there, which would look so stupid.
It would be really frustrating. Though I do love that stage, though. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a great stage, and I understand why they don't do they have different stage for different pay-per-views, because it costs a lot of money to do it. But but it kind of ruins the feel for pay-per-views now. But anyways, I wonder what stage they're going to do. I mean, they have to do a big stage, right? You think?
I would imagine, because they can't have the same thing for Mania either. I would imagine they do a really big stage for big stadiums.
Well, yeah. I mean, they do one for Mania every year. They always go all out. So
to be fair, the Mania stage in retrospect was really just a really huge version of the Raw set. When you think about it,
I mean, that's true, but it's they put a lot more time and effort into everything else into it than they would just for Raw. So I mean, I hope they create a cool stage. I guess we'll find out soon. But yeah, so yeah, the 6-woman tag match. I assume the heels are winning.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, it's Mickie James' first pay-per-view back, and Alexa Bliss is the champion, and they need to set up rivalry going forward. So yeah,
I guess so. I don't really see a reason why the faces should win.
Then we have Cesaro and Sheamus versus the club, or not the club technically, but Gallows and Anderson, with two referees because one isn't enough. Even though
Yeah, man.
this, even though the second referee was the one that freaking, I don't know.
Can we talk about that freaking result, by the way? I hated that so much. That pissed me off. How are you
I
going to have the club get disqualified like that after Sheamus deliberately punched the dude in the face?
well, he wasn't disqualified. It was Sheamus the one that was getting disqualified. It's the club won, but they didn't get the titles.
So, I'm so upset with that finish. I'm so upset.
Listen, it's retarded. Okay, we can agree, but
I hate Raw so much.
Raw is terrible. Look, we can all agree on something. Raw is fucking cancer. So yeah, but Cesaro and Sheamus are keeping the titles. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I think the club will win eventually.
Yeah, do you think? But I said that like months ago.
I was thinking about this eventually too. Like, if I'm talking about the Authors of Pain winning at Takeover, I can see Revival going to SmackDown and DIY going to Raw eventually.
Well, then wouldn't you think DIY be in the cruiserweight division?
Well, that too. That's what I was thinking, but I don't know if they can kind of go back and forth. I don't know if that is kind of the sense of how Gargano and Ciampa would kind of feud in 205, because I could see that too. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll find out, I guess. But I mean, I like DIY, or excuse me, Revival, but I feel like Revival are Raw guys. Maybe I'm just crazy though. And then I see Gargano and Ciampa being SmackDown. I don't know. I mean, hey, listen, either or works with me
Yeah,
because
because both divisions need it.
I mean, freaking Revival versus American Alpha as like a weekly program going on
Yes,
SmackDown.
please. Yes, please.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yes, please.
I guess we'll talk about NXT come ups with DIY, or excuse me, fuck, I keep on getting them confused. Revival and all of them in the Rumble match. So that's the end of the kickoff. Then we go to the only fucking 5 matches for 4 hours.
I told you.
Like that's
I
fucking retarded.
I told you.
Like, okay, so I get the reason why they want to do 4 hours for this show. I get it because it's in a big arena. It's a big thing. But my fucking god, you need? Does it have to be this long? So we'll start off with the cruiserweight match. We have Neville versus Rich Swann.
Mm-hmm.
I think Neville's taking the title. I said it earlier. I think he's winning and taking the title.
I do too.
It
I
makes
think it's a smart move too.
It makes all the sense in the world. He's the biggest freaking thing that they have in the cruiserweight division as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's the bomb.com. So
And I think he's also the right guy to have going into Mania, because I feel that they're going to have some type of multi-man match for the Cruiserweight title.
yeah, probably. And Jesus, where's Gran Metalik and Akira Tozawa?
They're coming. I'm sure they are.
They've
Especially when Neville wins.
They've been coming for like fucking 4 months.
So is Emelina. So
Hey, oh my god, let's not talk about that, please.
let's move on.
We have the Raw Women's Championship match. Charlotte Flair versus Bayley. Charlotte Flair is winning. Bayley will probably be close to winning, but Charlotte will kind of screw Bayley out of the title. And it'll just set up a long program run for hopefully Bayley winning the title at Mania is my hope. But then again, I hope the same thing for Sasha last year, and they never did it. So I mean, you have to think that Charlotte is going to have her pay-per-view match streak broken at WrestleMania this year by someone. I mean, you have to think. I know reports going around is that it's going to be Charlotte versus Bayley versus Sasha at Mania. Which it's like, man, they just can't get Sasha out of the picture.
Well, I heard that Nia was in there as well.
I don't know. I mean, Nia's been probably. It's probably going to be Nia too, isn't it?
We're really like the only legitimate contenders for the title, too.
I know. But it's like, so like the only Raw Women's Champions that have been champions so far is Charlotte and Sasha.
Mm-hmm.
And Charlotte's had it 4 times. Sasha's had it 3 times. That's not good. Just hot potato-ing the title. Fuck, I hit the mic. Just hypothetically the title is not. I don't think it's a good idea.
And I mean, yeah, I know, but it does kind of have some type of error prestige because Charlotte's been like undefeated on pay-per-views, and again, I do see that happening with Mania. I think Bayley will win regardless of the matchup, but we'll see.
All right, but you think Charlotte's winning here, right?
Yeah.
So we only have 3 matches left. We have the Universal Championship match where it's a no disqualification where Chris Jericho is suspended above the ring in a shark cage. We have Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns. Man, oh man, I think Roman Reigns is winning.
Yep.
Fuck. Well, what's going to happen is since it's a no DQ match, Chris Jericho is going to have some kind of weapon that he's going to have. He's going to try to drop it to Chris Jericho, but he's going to accidentally drop it to Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is going to use it to his advantage and beat Kevin Owens for the title.
That's what I was going to say, dude. Like, the whole no disqualification thing threw a wrench in my idea, because before that, I was really confident Roman was going to win. But I don't know. It could be some tricky shenanigans and just screw it. I could, now that I think about it, I wonder if Seth gets involved.
I think Seth gets involved in the Rumble.
Now that you saw the whole thing with Triple H going crazy, or he didn't even go crazy, he wasn't there, but...
I want to talk about that in the Rumble match, but here's the thing. I think Kevin Owens has a chance to win, though, like, as far as booking. I think it just depends on who they're having to win the Rumble.
Yeah.
In my opinion. And I think we'll talk about that in the Rumble, but my feeling is that they're going to have Roman Reigns win the title.
No, yeah, I definitely think so, too. I think it's better for him to go into Mania as champion. Point blank, period.
Fuck.
I think you have Roman win here. You do a rematch at Fastlane, sadly, because that would be the third straight headliner for this title.
My God, they've been literally... Roman Reigns has not faced anyone other than Jericho and Kevin Owens in a match since fucking August.
Mm-hmm.
The last time he wasn't in a match... Yeah, it was the last time he wasn't in a Raw match with either involving Rusev, Jericho, or Owens was when he faced Finn Balor in July and he lost.
Mm-hmm.
That's not Raw is just fucking rinse and repeat every single week. Where SmackDown, you're actually getting fresh matchups.
They're at least thinking outside the box on SmackDown.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Raw's just such a fucking Debbie Downer of 3 hours. It's I always seem to have Monday nights off, and and I always have to work Tuesday nights. I'm right. Why can't I just fucking have Tuesday nights off? It's such a nice show. I just want to watch SmackDown live for 2 hours. I always go on Twitter when I'm on my breaks for work, and people are like, "Oh my God, this is so great! Oh my God!" I'm like, "Fuck you! I have to watch Raw. Fuck." Anyways,
it's so frustrating. I completely relate because that's the same exact thing for me, and it's the worst.
Fucking Mike fucking fell down again, but no, yeah, it's terrible. SmackDown's awesome, even though SmackDown does have their moments. Let's not get it twisted. SmackDown does have their moments, but they don't have their moments as much as Raw. So then we get to this, which it's funny. The crazy thing is there's literally only 2 matches from the SmackDown side on Raw or on Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I thought that too.
That's fucking weird.
And it felt like it was insanely top heavy for Raw and the Rumble match itself as well.
Yeah, that's
which
true.
Which is also pretty weird.
Oh, SmackDown does have a roster depth issue.
True. That's a good point.
So, anyways, we have the match that everyone is looking forward to and their fucking grandmothers. If you are not looking forward to this match, you might as well go punch a baby in the face because you have no heart. Alright?
That's one way to put it.
It's AJ Styles defending his WWE Championship against John Cena. And if John Cena wins, he ties Ric Flair's 16th title ring.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is another interesting one. They could go multiple ways with this. Personally, I see John Cena winning the title. But I could see something going into Mania where they have John Cena win the title here. Now, okay, so it depends how long this match is fucking going. I mentioned, if they're going 40 minutes, they're not having a rematch.
They better not.
They better not have a fucking rematch. So yeah,
this is 5-star quality, and we're going to rubber match again with the guys. Well, it wouldn't even be the rubber match because Styles won them all.
Well, then Styles would probably be in the Elimination Chamber. Well, so here's what I was thinking maybe. So they could have Cena win the title here, and hopefully, if they want to do another rematch of Mania, they could possibly do that, and then have Styles win the title in the Elimination Chamber match, and then in like some sneaky way. You remember how Cena won the Elimination Chamber match, and like Carlito, Carlito rolled up Chris Masters, and then Cena rolled up Carlito for the win. They could have that with AJ, and then possibly have AJ and Cena for the title at Mania, and then have Cena win his title to beat Ric Flair's 17th, be the 17th time champion, beat Ric Flair's title record.
I don't know, dude.
That's a possibility, but like I don't know if they're gonna do that. Is my point. I mean, like from all reports, is that I always thought that they're gonna do Cena versus Taker at Mania. But from all reports, but from all reports, people are saying that Undertaker's not going to be facing a SmackDown guy. He's going to be facing a Raw guy, and that leads to either like maybe possibly Roman Reigns, maybe. I mean, I think Goldberg and Brock is like a definite. Like that match is happening at Mania. I just don't know if it's for the title or not.
Yeah, dude. Like, it's so ridiculous how everything is so crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then, but like. So I always thought that with Taker and Cena, like I thought that was going to be the match, but I guess not. So people are saying, man, I'll talk about that in a second. But but I was like, okay, so then what are they going to do with Cena? So I Cena and AJ, maybe they bring up a certain someone from NXT and just have him have a big push. I mean, okay, I don't want to spoil myself because I do want to dive into this for the Rumble match, but I mean, like, I don't know what they're gonna do. I think they're gonna have Cena win though. I think that's a big possibility. But man, if AJ won, you'd hear the biggest fucking yell from my basement.
Yes, exactly. Oh man, personally, I don't know about this match. Honestly, I don't know. There's so many things that you could do with both guys at Mania for the title.
And like, I mean, like I said, I thought for sure it was going to be Cena and Taker, but nope. They decide. I guess Vince changed his mind, and again, Vince could change his mind again, and they could have. But I mean, like, why would Undertaker be appearing on Raw every single week? You know what I mean? Which, by the way, that closing segment for Raw this week, that was fucking great. That was one great thing about Raw. But yeah, like I just don't know anymore. I mean, this match should be fucking fantastic. Can we just say that? Like, if it's not like as great as their past two matches have been, like then this match is a disappointment in every aspect. Mm-hmm. But like these two guys, they just don't have bad matches anymore. I mean, Cena, you could say Cena, but like every bad match he's had, he's always been put in with an average guy. I mean, AJ literally does not have a bad pay-per-view match. This year, has he had a bad pay-per-view match?
No.
No.
He fought like Jericho, which were all great. He fought Reigns, which were both great. He fought Ambrose, which were all great. He fought Cena, which was all great. And I think that's it.
But I mean, like even then, that guy can just have a great match with anyone. I mean, he really is the best wrestler in the world. And like, so I mean, and in a big stage, and I feel like the WrestleMania match that he had with Jericho was probably the weakest one they had.
Yeah.
But then I just feel like the booking and the situation they're in. But he's in the fucking like one of the big. I think this match is going on before the Rumble. Can we say that?
The Rumble's going to main event, 100%.
But like as far as single matches, this is the one that's main eventing before the Rumble match. In my opinion. So, I mean, like it's just a big hype. I mean, unless they do what was it? Didn't they do Punk and Rock after the Rumble match?
That was justified, though.
That was
justified because it was the first time. You also have to think about the fact that match was built in July of 2012. Yeah. Like, Rod sat there at Raw 1000 and was like, okay, whoever the champion is, I'm facing at the Royal Rumble. And you had to keep that in the back of your mind the entire time.
Yeah, and it was one of the bigger matches they had ever, hyped up. So, but anyways, you speak about this match because I've talked a lot about it.
I don't know, though, seriously, because the one thing that I want to say I'm confident in is the fact that I don't think Styles is going to go in as champion. I don't think he is. I don't know though.
It's like
Because you could easily have him be like the best heel in the company, going after trying to be completely certifiably dominant at Mania, but I don't think he's going to go in as champion.
I don't know. It's like I want to say yes. At the same time, I don't. I just don't fucking know. I.
If I'm that confident in the fact that he's not going to be champion, he's either going to lose it here or he's going to lose it at the Chamber. And there's so many ways that you could justify both ways, obviously, but
I feel like if he does the Chamber, then like he gets his rematch at Mania. Like
that's the thing, though.
I don't know.
I think you. One of the ways I was thinking about this was that you could have Cena win, and you could have Shane force AJ's rematch into the Chamber. Because I think the end game for this, as bad as I want to not say this, I think the end game is going to be Shane versus AJ at Mania.
I've heard that, and my God, I swear, I just don't. That's like the. I mean, again, AJ could probably go out there and have a great match with Shane.
Mm-hmm.
But fuck, like, why are we still giving Shane these like great matches, or like not great matches, but like these high profile matches with these guys? Like I mean, he is a draw, kind of, but like, okay, he is because like the crowd still fucking loves him.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I was okay with it with Taker. I was okay with it because he just came back and he was probably as hotter then than he was now, but like just after this year, I mean, he got injured at the Survivor Series because he did some stupid shit because he's not a wrestler, and also his punches are some of the worst punches I've ever seen in my fucking life. Jesus Christ! And people have to sell for it.
I will say this: I would totally take Shane against AJ over Shane against Brock if it came down to match performance.
God, that was a thing, wasn't it?
It very easily could have been a thing after the end of SummerSlam.
Yeah, thank God they didn't do it. Although, because then I think, but like AJ versus Shane, man, I just don't know how you can look at that and be like, yeah, that's a match that people want to see.
Matter of fact, now I think about it, if we didn't have Goldberg, Shane versus Brock probably would have happened in Survivor Series instead.
Maybe. I don't know. But hey, listen, Brock's going to be on every Raw until frickin' Mania, besides the one where it's in Las Vegas because he can't go there because of Nevada. That's pretty. That's pretty funny.
I guess in that sense, I want to say Cena wins because I feel like that title shot is going to linger into the Chamber, and Styles can do nothing about it, and he's going to get. That's going to be the point where he just boils over and he wants to take out Shane because they really got into it on Talking Smack this past week, and that's where I was like, it's probably going to happen.
I know. I just don't fucking want it to happen. I don't know.
Now, I'll also say this too. I'm not exactly certain that Cena's going to go into Mania as champion either.
Well, who else could they have? Oh, Baron Corbin. But then again, I don't think that. I mean, they never would have booked that Cena Baron Corbin match on SmackDown the other week if they were going to have Cena versus Baron Corbin at Mania.
I think it's a safe bet to say that Ambrose, Miz, Ziggler. Let me see. Ambrose, Miz, Ziggler, Corbin. Oh, I don't know about that actually, because I think Bray was going to be there in there, too.
Oh, for the Chamber? Well, I think the Chamber is AJ and Cena, and then probably Miz, Dean, Corbin, and Ziggler. I think it's those six. I think it's those six. Although I don't get why they're trying to bury Kalisto just to push for like the 1,000th time Ziggler.
I'm happy that he's a heel again, though. I will say that.
It's a long time coming, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
So you pick Cena?
I got to. I think I have to. Because there's also the point of, if you don't have it done here, when do you have it done?
Exactly.
Because he's not going to happen. If he's not going to face Styles at Mania.
I don't know who he's going to face if he's not going to face Taker. I have no fucking. Oh my God.
Because I could very easily see that.
Okay, I guess that leads us to the Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on, I'm trying to find the list for all the entrants, because I believe they have 22 announced so far.
And I wouldn't be shocked if Ellsworth is in there as well.
Fuck.
Because he's been pushing and he's been politicking about
That's
that.
true. Okay, so I'm gonna list off all the people. I don't know. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So there are 22 announced, and you obviously have a couple surprises and a couple other people too. So I'm just going to list off all the 22 people that they have announced. They have The Undertaker, Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, Big Show, Dean Ambrose, The Miz, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, Big E, Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, Luke Harper, Mojo Rawley, baby, Braun Strowman, Chris Jericho, Baron Corbin, Cesaro, Sheamus, Big Cass, and Rusev. That's a fucking great list.
Yeah. Not even including the surprises.
That's insane. Also, can I mention that I like how they brought up, a lot of people are complaining about the poster of how AJ was like in the far back and he's the champion. I like how they brought that up. If you saw him talking smack, I like how they brought that up in storyline. That's pretty fucking awesome.
It was fantastic.
So, let's just do a predicting game real quick. Who's going to draw number 1 and number 2, and who's going to draw 29 and 30?
Gosh, freaking darn! I didn't think this far.
Who's going to draw number 1? Personally, I think it's Sami Zayn.
I think it's The Miz. I think you can have him kind of be in that spot where you can be the heel and you can talk on the mic beforehand and you can get really spooked into number 2.
Oh yeah, like Dolph Ziggler did 3 years ago, and then Jericho returned.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They've had that done a couple times, but I think that's the perfect thing for him.
I know the rumor thing is that when Miz comes out, that he goes out to Daniel Bryan's music.
Which would be ruthless.
That would be fucking amazing, dude. If that happened, I'd laugh my ass off. That'd be great.
That would be ruthless. And it would actually make sense this time, too.
Yes,
gosh, freaking darn.
It'd be fantastic. But I think it's probably like, I was gonna say Miz at number 2, but I mean either way works. I think it's like Miz and Sami Zayn starting off, because I think Sami Zayn's the one guy that you have be in like the bottom 5 or bottom 6, like the last 6 guys, and he's like the longest one in there. So, but number 10, if it's not Ty Dillinger at number 10, that's one of the guys that's surprised. If he's not number 10, then it better be the Miz at number 10. Because everyone is going to be freaking out about who's going to be number 10. Everyone thinks it's Ty Dillinger because, the 10. So,
I want to think about it. That'd be really interesting if you did that feud of Dillinger and Miz.
But if he came in at number 10, and he has to come in at number 10. Like, this joke. So he has to come in at 10, because everyone's expecting him to come in at number 10. There's going to be, the 10. And when everyone counts now, everyone just goes 10. 10. It's like,
that's probably what's gonna happen.
So it's going to be happening all week in the 10 chance. But
wait for that to happen in the countdown to number 10, by the way.
But like when number 10 happens, like if it's not Ty Dillinger, people are going to be pissed. So you have to, if it's not going to be him and you're not going to bring him up for the Rumble, you have to give it to somebody who's a heel. I think like The Miz, or maybe even like Joe. We just mentioned Joe. I think Ty Dillinger and Samoa Joe are the 2 NXT guys that are coming up. I think 2 NXT guys are coming up, and it's those 2.
Wouldn't be shocked if there's more, to be honest.
Well, I think they're going to keep some surprise entrances too, but I don't know. I think James Ellsworth actually probably won. Maybe James Ellsworth is number 2 with The Miz.
Good Lord.
I know I pitched. I kind of said like a couple months ago that I think if James Ellsworth eliminated Strowman in the Royal Rumble, that'd be the best thing in the world. Because James Ellsworth is a thing because he had that job match with Strowman, so that should be perfect if you eliminate him. But the way they've been pushing Strowman, I don't think that's going to happen. They've been pushing that guy to the fucking moon. I'm trying to think who else could be surprise entrances. I have Samoa Joe and Ty Dillinger, because we have 8 spots to fill, so I'm trying to figure out the another 8. James Ellsworth.
I'm hoping for DDP.
Yeah, but he was there a couple of years ago.
I know, but I'm hoping for him.
And I guess he's going to be in the Hall of Fame this year too, which supposedly.
Yeah, so. That's what I'm thinking. And he's got a DVD coming out too. I think that's the perfect time to put him in.
Yeah.
I think they did it with Foley too, where they just kind of put him in there a few
Well,
times.
Foley's having hip problems, so I don't think he's going to be in the Rumble.
No, he's definitely not. But I was talking about like 2012 and
Oh,
2008.
okay.
I think he did it, and he might have done it a couple times in between that too.
I gotcha.
He's definitely not going to be in the Rumble.
Oh
No.
my God, he's in the Rumble. I think Triple H is one, and then, like I mentioned with Seth, I think Triple H is like a surprise opponent, or a surprise entrant, and then Seth Rollins attacks him, or like eliminates him, like right away.
I don't know why Triple H would be in there though. That's the thing.
Because he's the game. Blah, 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 I got him, I'll bury everyone. Like, he's Triple H. He's Triple fucking H, that's why he's in there. He's Triple fucking H. He wants to go to main event WrestleMania. Or maybe they give Seth Rollins' spot back and Triple H eliminates him.
I don't know. Seth Rollins has to be in some capacity on this card, in my opinion.
That's why he has something to do with Triple H. I think Triple H is finally going to show his ugly face.
I don't know. That would be one heck of a way to do it. That's also, again, that's why I think he's going to screw Owens over. Because of the connection with Triple H. And that should bring him in as well.
He did, I don't know. I don't see him interfering in that match. I just don't. I mean, he's obviously facing Triple H at Mania. There's no question.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't see it. I just don't. I think either Seth Rollins gets a spot back and Triple H eliminates him, or interferes, eliminates him, or if who else? Or if Triple H comes in as a surprise entrant and Seth Rollins attacks him and eliminates him, or maybe attacks him before so he can't even get in the ring, and Triple H can do the Curtis Axel and be like, I won the Royal Rumble, blah blah blah. I'm the longest entrant in the Royal Rumble, blah blah. I don't know.
Oh gosh, I wonder if Curtis Axel's in this Rumble.
Oh Jesus Christ! They're probably gonna throw in a couple jobbers there too.
I don't know.
But the brand split really helped stack this card up for this Royal Rumble up.
Yeah.
So yeah, who do you think is going to be entering at number 30? You think it's Braun? Or do you think it's Goldberg? I think it's Taker.
Braun was originally my number 2 pick, actually.
He's going to be... God, if Braun literally stayed there for the whole match, God, that'd be terrible.
That's true, though. That's the thing. I wouldn't be shocked if they did Miz, Braun comes in at number 2, Zayn comes in at number 3, and then just kind of brawl, like, everywhere.
And I think Zayn eliminates Braun, personally.
Yeah, I think so, too.
I think that's a great thing to do. I think Zayn's my dark horse to win. I'm only really saying that just because I really want to see Zayn versus Owens at Mania, which will never happen. But, if they did Zayn versus Owens at Mania, which won't happen, but man, if they did, God, I'd love this company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who's coming in at number 30, though. That's a great question.
I think it's Taker, probably. Either Taker, Goldberg, or Brock.
Is there a possibility that... Well, actually, there is a possibility regardless, because Balor is supposed to be kind of doing some tests over the week.
I forgot.
He was supposed to do it, like, this past week, I think.
I forgot to mention Finn. I just don't know if he... I don't know if he can, like, if he's just, like, ready enough for the Rumble. I just always assumed that he wasn't going to be there.
I did too, but
just because he also just didn't he looks a lot thinner. If you saw him at the UK tournament when he came out, he looked a lot. Maybe I was just the only one that noticed it, but he looked a lot thinner.
that was a thin suit too. To be fair,
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. So yeah, I guess we have to go to who's winning.
Ford.
You said you had a science behind it.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, but I need you to go first.
I don't know. That's my problem. I don't know who's winning. That's why I love it. That's why I'm so excited for Sunday.
Yeah.
Because I just don't fucking know who's gonna win. I've never been this excited for a Rumble. I don't think.
It's been a while.
I mean, I was excited for 2015, and then they fucked it up with Brian, so I kind of had my hopes down. I had my hopes down last year, and they surprised me last year. I can't remember the last time I was this excited for a Rumble. It has been so long.
Like for me, I'm always routinely excited for the Rumble because it's the Rumble. It's only one time a year, and it's so ridiculously.
I'm always excited for it, but it's always so predictable, especially these past few years. Like last year, me and you, we thought, yeah, Triple H. We both thought Triple H was winning. He won. The year before, I think we all thought Roman Reigns was going to win. He won. We all thought Batista was going to win. Batista won. The year before, I forgot Cena won that, didn't he?
Cena won in 2013, yeah.
Yeah. Like, it just goes on. I gotta sneeze. Fuck! It didn't come out.
That's not how normal people sneeze.
I didn't sneeze. That was why I said fuck. But normally we always have like at least one or two guys at least. Like a couple years it's always like, yeah, we think it's gonna be this guy, but there's like a couple of other guys that have a really strong chance. We always have it down to like 1 to 3 guys. But this year we have like 5 to 10 guys, like a handful of guys that we just don't know. It could be Braun if they really wanted to go there. It could be Goldberg. It could be Brock. It could be fucking Undertaker. It could be fucking Finn Balor if he comes back. I think if Finn Balor comes back, he's winning the damn thing. Which I think if Finn Balor is there and he's ready, because I think they want to continue the feud for fucking him and Kevin Owens that they're gonna have after he won the title. So I think they could do fucking Kevin Owens win the Universal title, have fucking Roman Reigns versus Undertaker, and then have Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens for the Universal title, and have Finn Balor win the Royal Rumble, and have Finn Balor win the title at Mania. That's a great theory and all, but I just don't know if it's gonna happen because I just don't know if he's ready to go for the Rumble.
I think you could also do Roman Reigns versus Finn Balor as well, because the last guy that Roman Reigns lost to on Raw, or not lost to technically, but like he lost to Finn Balor, originally like that too. So you still have kind of that animosity there.
And he also said, I want to face this kid in the future or whatever, but I mean, yeah, you could have Finn Balor versus Roman, yeah.
You could have Undertaker versus Owens as well. To be honest,
and people have been saying that it's going to be Takeover versus Finn. Mania,
I've heard that too. Yeah.
Which is like, what? Like people, I remember the biggest criticism for people saying no were like, it's not believable. It's like, how's that not believable? You believe Shawn versus Taker was believable? Shawn is small. I don't know if Shawn is smaller than Finn, but he's about like the same size as Finn, and Finn is in better shape than Shawn was. Like,
outside of Samoa Joe, who has Finn lost to? Like in the past year, by the way.
Wow, that's a good question. I have no Nakamura.
True, but that was on his way out as well too, I think.
Yeah, that was, but still.
That is true. But gosh darn. Like, he's been booked so strong for a very long time now. Really since, like, what? Summer of 2015?
Since he won the title, pretty much.
Yeah, for Beast of the East. Which really probably wouldn't even happened had Hideo never got injured.
I know.
By the way. So how about that for a domino effect?
I know.
But, yeah.
Poor Hideo. Poor dude.
Yeah. I will literally never forget that image of him after Balor won, too. Hideo just staring at it like, this should be my moment.
I know. It was so sad. So sad.
That was disturbing.
But, man, oh man. I don't know who they're going to have win. I also think Samoa Joe could be a guy who could win.
Mm-hmm.
In his debut, when he could go on a babyface John Cena Mania, that was something I was holding off on. And that you said, that could happen. Like, I'm so excited. I'm like shaking right now. It's like, I'm so excited and I can't wait for this match. I can't wait for fucking AJ and I can't wait for this whole fucking, mainly AJ and Cena in the main, but like, yeah, I don't know who's gonna win. I don't. I think the Rumble. I don't know who. I can't even pick a winner. It's that bad.
I think the Rumble. Number one, I was going to say two things, but I think the Rumble is the most unpredictable match we've ever picked. By the way.
Yeah, this has to be. I can't remember another match that was this unpredictable.
And number two, I think the Rumble's really going to set the stage for Mania in a very, very large way in terms of the match.
It has to.
Like, it'll shape the card immediately the second that match ends.
Yeah.
But,
I mean we did that every year. Like last year we thought Brock versus Bray was going to happen. Mm-hmm. Remember that, but they never actually end up doing that. Which
Yeah, I
makes,
think it was more of Bray being injured, I think, wasn't it?
yeah,
Something like that?
he was injured, and they decided to go with Dean, which at the time I liked, but the match was so disappointing that I don't even
Yeah.
know. I don't even know which match would have been better.
I'm trying to think. I, in a sense, really think that it depends on the status of Finn Balor, this entire match.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
Because if Finn's back, I could see him winning for sure. If he's not back, I could see someone else. Well, obviously, I could see someone else, but
All I know is that I'm going to be on the edge of my seat for each person that comes out.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, oh my god, who's this going to be? Oh my god, who's this going to be? I think for surprise people, it's going to be Ty Dillinger and Samoa Joe. Ty Dillinger number 10, Samoa Joe wherever for NXT guys. I think so. Joe has to be coming up, right? He's not doing anything on the Takeover show. Like, he has to. He has to either. I mean, he has to be coming up this show. I mean, he's definitely going to be here by Mania time. But yeah, I think this is the perfect opportunity to debut him.
Yeah, and I thought about, outside of Finn, I thought about 4 people who could win the Rumble. And it was Joe, Sammy, Jericho, and Taker. And I thought about who could actually...
You think they're trying to do Jericho and Owens at Mania for the title? I think they're doing that match, but I don't think it's for the Universal title. I think it's for the US title.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm thinking too. So that eliminated Jericho. And I also think they're going to really rely on draw power because they always do that for Mania. So I think that eliminates Joe because he's not really that familiar on the main roster. And that eliminates Sammy as well because I don't think he's really there just yet. Though I do think he's going to be really high on the card eventually. So that left me with Taker. And I think he's going to win the Rumble. I have Taker taking it.
And face Roman at Mania since he's not facing Cena?
No. I think Undertaker's definitely going to face a Raw guy. I do really see that because he's been on Raw so much lately. If he'd been on SmackDown, it'd be a different story, but I think it's going to be Taker and Reigns at Mania for the Universal title.
You know what? I'm not mad at that.
But the only thing about that, I have no clue who wins that.
I think Roman wins.
Exactly, that's the thing. But Roman winning over Taker will be maniacal.
I mean, yeah.
And that's making me question it right now.
I don't know. I mean, listen, I think no matter who Taker faces, whether he faces Cena or Roman, what's great about Taker winning is that, like, you know with all the other guys are either Raw or SmackDown guys, so you know automatically, like, hey, I'm facing, you know, the WWE or the Universal title. With him, it's like, you know, remember when in 2007 when he won the title, they had all 3 of the world champions, including the ECW. Yes, that was a thing. They had all 3 of the world champions out there, and he like just like looked them down. They could do the same thing on Raw or SmackDown, probably Raw, and just be like, I'm facing you, motherfucker, and just give me a stare and rolling my eyes in the back of my head because that's scary. Not weird at all.
Gosh, think of the firepower of that with Roman and Cena side to side as champions and Taker choosing from them.
I mean, yeah. He'd be like, which one's the biggest bitch? Roman.
I'd love to listen to the crowd reaction of him going back and forth looking at him.
He'd be like, yeah, yeah, that'd be great.
I don't know, though. I'm honestly, seriously not that confident about that. I would never bet anything on Taker winning that, but I think it could happen.
I wouldn't bet on anyone winning this.
Yeah.
Like, this is like last year I put all my chips on Triple H coming out at number 30 and winning the Rumble, and I was right. The year before, I had all my chips on Roman Reigns, and I was right. And then the year before, I think I picked Batista. I don't know. Batista won, but like every year you're always confident. This year I'm not confident fucking all, and that's what makes it so awesome and exciting. Shit.
I don't know.
I think
it's going to be a lot easier if Finn does come in. And actually, now I think about it, I kind of hope that Finn doesn't come in to keep it that much more unpredictable.
Yeah. If Finn comes, I don't know. Man, I'm excited. That's all I gotta say. I don't know what else to say.
I think...
I don't even know I haven't even picked yet, and that's the reason, because I have no fucking clue.
Oh, man, I think you definitely have to pick at some point.
Here we go. Yeah, I'm going to pick...
I'm going to say that I think Joe is my number 2 if Balor's not in. Even though I don't think they're confident enough, or I don't think they'll really go into Mania pulling the trigger on Joe like that. That would be wild if they did, though.
I mean, supposedly Joe's going to get a big push when it comes up, according to Meltzer. So,
But nobody knows who he is outside of just the NXT crowd.
nobody knew who AJ Styles was, and then he
They knew
came
who
out.
AJ was.
People knew who Samoa Joe is.
I guess so, but AJ didn't go into Mania off of the bat like that.
Hey, listen, you're saying the same thing. Look at fucking Finn Balor. Right off the bat, he was in the Universal Championship scene, and he won the title.
But Balor had everything too, because he had the look, he had the power, he was booked really well. But yeah, you gotta do the same thing with Joe. But he had like
if Joe's on SmackDown, he's gonna get booked well. That's
oh yeah.
It's not.
Everyone expected like that, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know though. That's making me think about Joe winning this too, because I'm so not confident about Taker going for a title at Mania either. That's the only thing that's stopping me.
See, I would say Taker, but I think Taker. I don't know. Fuck, I think Taker's winning. I think that's my prediction. You're gonna put me in a prediction right now. I'm taking Taker as well, just because I'm playing it safe. I don't know if I want to take the risk. Because I don't want to take the risk of Finn because I don't even know if he's even going to be there.
Yeah.
And
I think those are my top 3 choices.
I don't want to take the risk with Joe because he's fucking brand new. Listen, hey, I wouldn't be completely fine if Finn or Joe wins.
Yeah.
Let me just say that right now. I'm just looking at this predictions. Like, if I had to predict who's going to win. But yeah.
I don't know.
It's, this is way too hard to pick, and I'm incredibly excited.
If a Raw guy wins, I have no clue what they do with the God's Darn World title on SmackDown. Because I'm hearing people go, well, you could have Orton win the Rumble, and you could have Bray win the Chamber at the Elimination Chamber, and you have Orton versus Bray at Mania for the title.
I think Orton versus Bray is happening, but I don't think it's for a title.
I don't think so either. I don't think they want to do that either.
Cena is in the title picture for sure. Can we just say that at least?
I think we can.
I think it's a confident thing that you can say. AJ, I guess the Shane thing is looking like it's gonna happen, but I don't want to fucking see him versus Shane. I don't know. I just I'm really excited for this weekend. But I feel like after Sunday night, after the show's over, we will know a lot more about WrestleMania than we do now.
Yeah, easily.
Is there anything you want to say before we go, I guess?
I'm really hoping that Styles and Ambrose get a really good spot on Mania. I mean, a really good spot, because they've done a lot for SmackDown between each other and everything else as well.
Ambrose is the IC champion, so I think he'll be.
And he's going to be in this Rumble.
Yeah, he is. It's going to be interesting. The last year he got a really big pop when he came out, and when he was like one of the last entrants in the Rumble.
Yeah, he was runner-up.
Yeah, and this year, I don't know how big. I feel like he's like lost some popularity. Am I the only one that feels that way? That he's like lost some steam ever since he won the title? Like when he won the title, people loved him, and ever since then, I just feel like he's kind of gone down in popularity. Of course, people like him. I just don't know if I don't know. Maybe that's just in my eyes, but
I don't think he really had a really big run after the brand split, because he was doing a lot with the Shield before that, and that's cool and all, I guess. But he winning against Ziggler right after that,
which by the way, the build up to that match was great, but the match itself, they didn't let them do anything.
Yeah,
it wasn't their fault. It was just like, all right, you guys just have a quick 10-minute match, and Ambrose beat you clean. It's like Vince didn't even watch SmackDown at all, and he just thought, Ziggler's a geek. Have Ziggler get lose fast. And then he did the thing with AJ and fucking lost the title right away.
Yeah, it was just like that. It was immediately after, too, because it was in September. So he didn't really have time to kind of propel himself as champion.
But AJ had to be champion at that point because he was so fucking hot. If he didn't win the title that night, people would have been pissed. I mean, seriously, though, but, honestly, people would have been, I know I would have been pissed off, but...
I would have been upset about it.
I wouldn't have been upset because I do like Dean, but... I don't know. All I know is that this week Antonio, while on paper it looks bad, not bad, but it just looks okay. The show probably will deliver because every NXT takeover has been very, very good to great. So I expect nothing less from this, and then fucking Rumble. I don't know if anyone watches Evolve, but Evolve has a show tonight, which is one of Chris Hero's last matches. I believe he faces Zack Sabre Jr.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, it's but I forgot to fucking mention this. Hold on, I have to send you this. So, on this week's okay, here it is. I'm gonna send you the tweet. So on this week's SmackDown, when Mojo Rawley won in like where it says Mojo Rawley gains entry.
Oh yeah,
you saw that where it says Zack Sabre Jr. Yeah, it says Jack Gallagher. It says all the people. I don't know if it's all the people in the match, but it says like a bunch of names, and then there says Zack Sabre Jr. Like that is weird. And Kalisto's not even in the match too.
Personally, I felt like that graphic was really weird, but I thought it was also kind of like they're just trying to fill all the alphabets. Especially when you're looking at the...
But Zack Sabre Jr.? That's very specific. That's
who else starts with a Z, though? Zack Ryder's injured.
Fucking, I don't know. Anyone. I mean, like, okay, it doesn't matter if it's Z's, but Zack Sabre Jr. is not even... It's not like it's like a guy that was even under contract with them. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I definitely think it makes sense, though, because you have to look at the fact that it's like... if you look at the graphics, and I should know this better. I should definitely know this. But if you're looking at the graphics, you notice that everyone has a kind of specific alphabet that starts with it. So, like, say, like, Owens and Reigns, for instance. If you look at Owens, when he comes up, he's inside of a K. And you have Roman, and he's inside of an R. And they do it for every single superstar. So I think they're really just kind of emphasizing the alphabets. Would I be shocked if Zack Sabre Jr. was in the Rumble? At this point, no. Because of how stacked this Rumble is.
Yeah, I don't know. Also, I forgot to mention, I beat Ethan Page in a wrestling, in a music video.
Hey, suck it.
You can fucking suck it. I beat a pro wrestler in fucking wrestling, in music videos.
The streak has begun.
The streak has begun. Actually, excuse me, tomorrow during the day, I think it's like at 3 p.m. Eastern, there's an Evolve show with Chris Hero versus Zack Sabre Jr., which is Chris Hero's last independent match. But tonight, Zack Sabre Jr. faces Ethan Page at Evolve. So, which is on that Flow Slam thing, which is like the new independent wrestling network thing that they're doing. They're pushing really hard.
That Flow Slam thing's weird. It's really weird. I was looking at the website when it first came out. I was like,
Yeah. The quality of the shows are good. But
that's good.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say. I think you have anything else to play? You have a video coming out soon, maybe?
I'll try and get out tomorrow somewhere. Somehow. I should probably mention the fact that I'm not going to do videos like that crazy this year. I'm just going to do like the big 4 and maybe some other ones.
Don't lie to yourself.
No, I'm dead serious about that. Like, I'm just going to do Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and maybe Cell, and maybe Money in the Bank, and probably Takeover Brooklyn 3. But other than that, I'm not trying to... I don't have any other shows in my plans.
And probably Elimination Chamber, and probably Fastlane, and probably Payback, and probably Extreme Rules.
No.
I just want to announce that Money in the Bank's a SmackDown show.
Yeah.
That's cool, I guess. But it's weird. I feel like Money in the Bank should be at both shows.
It should be. Especially since SmackDown has a chamber, too.
Yeah. Maybe they'll do Money in the Bank for a while and have Mania, possibly.
I don't know.
Let me have my fucking moment.
We all should.
I don't know much else to plug myself. Just, I don't know. Have a fantastic day. That's all I gotta say. And we'll talk to you guys probably in the next show. Oh, I did forget to mention this to you. Do you know when, so the next show would be Fastlane, right?
Mm-hmm.
When's that?
No clue.
Let me look this up fast. Because I
Chambers next.
Like, for us doing this podcast, because don't we normally do Raw? We skip the SmackDown one and we do the Raw one.
Oh, you right.
Oh, it's March 5th.
Oh yeah. What?
Yeah.
Why? Oh wait, no, that makes sense because Mania's gonna be in April.
Mania's
Okay.
April 3rd, so they still have like a month to do it. So I think
That works out pretty well.
Elimination Chamber is like in 3 weeks. So actually, never mind. I'll be here to do the podcast. Don't worry. I was wondering if I was going to be gone that week. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I am going to South Carolina, so don't expect me to do shit.
There we go.
I will talk to you guys all that week of Fastlane, and let's hope the Rumble's good. Cross fingers, it better be, or else I'll fucking kill everyone. I'll see you
Jeez.
later.